hostess in the haunt of fear, the old witch, ready to rustle up another revolting recipe in my cruddy cauldron. So crawl in, creeps, knot your dribble napkins around your scrawny necks, fasten your drool cups, and I'll dish out the tale of terror I call None But the Lonely Heart. It had always been a simple matter for Howard. After all, he was rather good-looking in a mature sort of way. Old maids and widows were attracted to him. Besides, the photograph he'd send them was a particularly good one.
Listen to this, King. Dear Howard, I received your picture along with your delightfully written letter today. You look very nice. Enclosed is my photo. I'm sorry it isn't a recent snap. It was taken 2 years ago.
Howard patted his dog's head and smiled.
Well, she sent us her picture, boy. Shall we brace ourselves and take a look?
He lifted the picture from the envelope and gasped.
Why, she's beautiful, King.
Indeed, Howard's latest proposed victim was beautiful. Howard studied her for a moment, thoughtfully.
You know, King, with a woman like this, I might decide to wind up this racket and settle down for good.
Howard sat back, the picture in his lap, and lit his pipe. The smoke curled up lazily, thinning as it drifted toward the ceiling.
Remember the first picture we ever got, King? Let's see. Almost 7 years ago it was. What was her name? Oh yes, Matilda. Matilda Philby. We got her name from a Lonely Hearts Club list. Remember? That was back when I first decided to start this little love for money game. After a couple of warm letters crossed, it came. Woo! What a face! Look at this, King. How could I ever love an ugly wench like this? But she had money, didn't she, King? Remember? She wrote describing her house, the furnishings. She's rich, though, King. She's got loot, and she lives alone. Maybe looks aren't everything. So we took the plunge, eh, boy? We wrote passionate tomes of love and finally proposed, and she accepted. So we pawned my watch, bought a new suit of clothes and a ticket, and went.
Howard, dear one.
Matilda, my pet. How long was it after our wedding, King? 6 months? Not much more. Poor Matilda, she never even knew we'd loosened the top cellar stair. Matilda! What is it? The fall didn't kill her, did it? We had to go down and finish the job. Messy business.
Howard, I'm hurt. Howard!
How much did we make on that deal, King? Let's see. We sold the house for $10,000 and, oh yes, all told about 60 grand.
You're leaving us, Mr. Crown?
Why, yes, Mrs. Centine. I just can't stay here with all these memories. So we moved on, eh, King? And about 3 months later, we contacted our second victim. She'd advertised in a personal column, hadn't she? Yep, it began again. Well, at least she's better than the last one, eh, King? Lord, aren't there any pretty rich widows? Took us 6 months of ardent lovemaking via the U.S. mail to convince that one, huh, King? What was her name? Oh, yes.
Howard, sweet.
Effie, my dear. We didn't waste much time with her, eh, King? She wasn't as wealthy as we thought. Sometimes it's hard to tell, isn't it? And you can't very well ask. How long did Effie last before she fell from her apartment window? The fresh air fiend. It was so easy to push her. She had jewelry, though. How much did we get? $5,000 or so, wasn't it? We hate to see you go, Mr. Prince. The apartment, well, it's so big and empty now. Number 3 answered our ad, eh, King? She was the worst of the lot. 200 pounds at least. But she had that real estate out in Oklahoma. So...
Howard, dearest.
Luella, my love. That job was the cleverest, though, I must admit. Remember? I made sure to leave you home that day we went driving.
Be careful, Howard. There's a sharp drop on this turn. Howard, where are you going?
Goodbye, Luella. I leaped from the car just as it went over the cliff. Oh, you should have been there, King. You'd have been proud of me. And what a sight! The car going over and over. Down, down. That real estate brought us 70 grand, huh, King? Yes, but that was a mistake. Selling it. Later they found oil there. Of all the luck. Oh well. We made up for it on number 4. Remember her?
Howard, my dream.
Veronica, you look even lovelier than your picture. The factory that Veronica's first husband had left her was worth a small fortune. Chemicals. It spelled her own undoing, eh, King? Remember how I learned about that non-traceable poison?
Howard, that coffee, I...
Yes, Veronica? What about it? Poor Veronica. The poison made her go into such painful convulsions before she died. But $100,000 wasn't hay, was it, King?
You're sure you want to sell, Mr. Royal? After all...
Yes, Mr. Bibbs, I'd rather. I couldn't go on without her. How many were there altogether, King? 7? Yes, 7. Why, we could have retired easily with the fortune we'd made from them. But then we read this one's, Janet's ad. Listen to this, King. Lonely woman desires correspondence with refined gentleman. We couldn't resist, could we, King? We had to write. And then her answer came. Dear Mr. Throne, your letter arrived today, and I read it with much interest. You sound very cultured and well-traveled. I would enjoy corresponding with you. Janet Lane.
Howard put his pipe down and smiled. He shuffled through a sheaf of papers.
So we started writing, eh, King? Let's see. Here's her second letter. Dear Howard, if I may be so bold, I reside in a sturdily built stone house. The property is very large, almost 12 acres, and very well kept. But for a woman such as myself, being alone as I am, without anyone living for miles around, life can be very hard. Your letters are a great comfort. Can't you see her, King, this ravishing woman living all alone on this palatial estate in a huge field stone house? Why, it sounds almost too good to be true. Listen to this letter. Marble floors, Say, furnished in exquisite taste, hardwoods, bronze trims, satin draperies, stained glass windows. King, my boy, I think it's time that you and I were settling down. We're not getting any younger, you know. And if Janet...
Howard picked up the photograph of the lovely woman.
If Janet looks like this, I think we found the right one this time. Why, you'll have that big estate to romp around in, with the hand-wrought iron gates and the gardeners, and trees, flowers, and a big stone house.
Howard picked up a pen.
I'm going to propose to her, King. She speaks of how lonely she is, and she has my picture. Maybe she'll say yes.
3 days later, Janet's answer came.
She accepted, King. She'll marry me. Oh, I wouldn't let myself hope, but now I'm so happy.
Howard packed his bags.
No more wandering around for us, boy. No more aliases. No more false love-making. We're settling down for good.
Howard sent a telegram on ahead announcing his expected arrival date, and he and King set out by car for Janet's home.
Only 50 more miles, boy. We'll be there before midnight.
Howard checked Janet's address with a policeman in the town.
Bayberry Road? Why, it's straight on south about 2 miles. You can't miss it. What number was that?
That's all right, officer. I'll find it. Thanks.
Bayberry Road was a long, narrow, tree-lined lane off the main highway. There were few houses along it. Finally...
There's the wrought iron gate, King. We're here.
As Howard's car swung in at the gate, his headlights fell across.
What the?
The letters were rusted and old, but very clear.
A cemetery?
King began to whine softly.
Steady, boy, steady. We must have made a mistake.
Suddenly, the car door swung open. King yelped.
Good Lord!
The rotted, decayed thing grinned, reaching outward. Its flesh crawled with the slime of death. Its voice rasped like a worn-out gramophone cylinder.
Janet! No! No!
King leaped from the car, howling. The thing closed its flesh-tattered, bony fingers around Howard's wrist in a vice-like grip and dragged him from the car toward the open mausoleum.
I'm sorry I didn't have a more recent snapshot, my dear. Aren't the grounds just as I described them?
The female thing dragged the screaming man into the satin-draped mausoleum with the stained glass window, across the marble floor and into the hardwood, bronze-trimmed coffin, and all the while as it closed the lid down it kept murmuring, spewing its foul-smelling breath upon his terror-stricken face.
It's been so lonely here, my dear, but now that's all over.
What a love affair, eh, kiddies? All over now is right. For Howie, that is. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering what happened to King, rest your fiendish minds. Janet had a dog named Queenie. And now it's time to close that putrid Crypt Keeper's mag. We'll all see you next in the Vault Keeper's mess, the Vault of Horror. Bye now. And if you get any love letters signed Janet or Howie, well...